Hello, my name is McKenna. I'm a small business owner in the Pacific Northwest, and I own and run the small business Palm Creative out of this pink little studio. And I'd like to take you guys along with me for weekly studio vlogs, market vlogs, and additional small business content. Welcome to my channel, or welcome back. Let's get into another week. Had another wholesale order, so I must be hitting an algorithm on Fair. But basically, I just hit Burnout. Hello friends, and happy Monday. Welcome to another week in the studio. So last week I actually did take the week off from filming. I was going, if you've watched the last studio vlog, posting was a little bit off too with like how recent it was. But basically I just hit burnout, and you could see that in the last studio vlog. I talked about it a little bit. And I just really needed to rest and also just take some time. There's just a lot of stuff in my personal life going on. And so it just was a lot. It was a lot. And so though I got some things done last week, it was just not a very exciting, productive week. And I just didn't feel like I could show up for you guys in the way that I like to show up in general. So I'm glad I took that time. It was nice. Like, I still was stressed and like working on things, but it was nice not to have to worry about the filming aspect, and like I could just focus on what I need. And so I think it's important as a creative, as a small business owner, or just a person in general, to try to make that time. Obviously we can't all just take, you know, weeks off, and I really didn't. I still was working, but I took a lot more time to relax and try to work through the burnout. And I think it's important to take time when you need it, because otherwise you're just gonna keep burning out until you're just a sad, flameless candle. That's my wisdom today. So this week, we have kind of like not a full structured thing, but you know, I'm gonna try to make it more structured for myself. This morning, I just got the studio vlog done, and when you're watching this, it'll have been out for a week. And that will be posted soon. I'll go out into the living room and do my posting, because in here it does not work. And then I'm going to, basically, I have some orders to do. We got another wholesale order last night, and I was so excited. It has candles in it. So we do have to make some candles and work on that wholesale order. I think, I'm trying to figure out if I'm gonna make the candles today or if it's gonna be a tomorrow stitch. But at least approving, because it was on Fair. So I'll approve the order. We'll start making things for it. We have 4 open orders on Shopify, and then we have 1 order on Etsy. So we'll kind of go through and see what we can get done. There's things I have to like restock, I think, for these. And yeah, so we'll have some orders to pack, and then in general, I need to work on new products. I did decide to do, it's a small event in Puyallup. So if you're in the area and can check it out, it's on the 29th. I'm like, let me pull up my info for it so I can give you guys the sitch. So yeah, it's gonna be at Puyallup on the 29th, 2 to 7 p.m. And I posted a lot on my Instagram, and that's where I post a lot of my events. You can also find my events on my website now, and it's pretty up to date. I've accepted Crafty Wonderland as well. And this week we have to apply to a lot of markets. Life right now is very chaotic, and so I've been holding off on certain market applications because I just don't know what's gonna happen, and I'm very stressed to like have these events and then have to figure my life out outside of those events. I just want like a brain break, you know, like goodness. And that's kind of what I did last week. A little bit of a brain break. But anyway, so we're gonna apply to some more markets. We're gonna figure out what's going on, what we need to get accomplished. I'm also gonna start market prepping. So I have that event on the 29th, and then the next weekend will be at WSU for their family weekend craft fair event. And then the next event so far, it won't be until May. So we have like some market prep to figure out. I do need to order some restocks. I did just order a ton of more books because though I feel like I have a good amount, I think we have I think 40 right now, but for most events I'll bring, like if it's a 2-day event or it's a big event, I'll usually bring 20 and I usually sell out. So like right now I'm like, okay, with how long it takes also for that stuff to get here, I just decided to put a big order in, and then we'll hopefully have enough for the next few events and hopefully some for May. I feel like we'll probably have to do another order in April, just because I've also been having a hard time sourcing them outside of me ordering. So anyways, that's just kind of what's going on as far as that. I've also been in the works of maybe some other events in April, but nothing's confirmed right now. So it's kind of all up in the air. And I'm trying to think what else has happened. I got some new matches in, which I wanted to show you guys. Oh, I gotta like drop them off of the... So I reordered our usual colors, which is like the pink, the lavender, the light pink. It was like a hot pink, a light pink, and then a teal. We have 2 new colors. So there's this really pretty one, and I think it's called like Honey, which I think I'm gonna keep that name because it's so cute. And then we have this one's just like a beige white. So I wanted some neutrals, and like together they look so cute. Like, come on, so stinking cute. And then let me put this one next to it because then you guys can see the full effect of how stinking cute this is together. Like, come on, so cute. So anyway, we have matches because we ran out almost at the last event, and I restocked almost all the colors except one that it was a Christmas color, so that one's dead to me. And then I'm like, what else showed up? Well, I didn't film last week. More books did show up last week, but I ended up not filming. And then candle supplies showed up. So kind of just a mixture of things have arrived, and then I was working on some new products, new revamping. World Tour is getting a new look because a lot of people asked for different colors. I hope it's one you guys will like. I know the dark pepper color is like a fave, but I just wanted to try something new. So we're gonna try a new color. We're gonna do it with a cream with red and pink lettering, and it looks really good. So hopefully you guys will like that. And then I'm working on some new Band Book Lover colors. And yeah, basically just in the works of a lot of things. This week also launches need to be officially reworked. I kind of was working on it last week and I just kept getting overwhelmed. And I think if your anxiety or like your stress is to the point where anything you're doing is like causing problems, that's severe burnout. So that's what was happening to me. And I was like, I need to just not make any decisions. This week though, can't get away with that. We have to make decisions. We got to move forward. I'm also still in the works of trying to figure out my workspace and if we're gonna have to be moving or finding an office space. Lots to figure out, you guys. But yeah, anyway, that's Monday. I think now I'm going to go get the vlog uploaded. And first, actually, we're gonna print out, since we're sitting here, I'm gonna print out all of my open order sheets. So then we can work on that while stuff is printing. Because sometimes it's like the upload for YouTube takes forever. It takes so long. Oh, that was so loud. Move you guys over here. Oh my god, I'm literally an angel. Okay, it's really bright right now. There we go. Literally, it's been raining. I can't even. It's been raining non-stop and it's been so gross outside. And then it's like this like pop of sun and I'm like, is this gonna stay today or is this going to be not it? I wanna know. Okay, let's look at unfulfilled orders. Luckily, a lot of these came in. They came in on Thursday and Friday. So I was getting anxious because I also packed orders last week and stuff. So I still was maintaining my shop. It just was like mentally I was tired. I think I'm gonna accept my fair thing, so that was just checked off the list. The one thing I do wish is that you could be signed in on Fair both with your like, oh my god, I look so pasty with that sun in my eye, both with your like buying account as well as your selling account, because the signing out and in is really annoying. Okay, so this order had a lot of candles. They got Cozy Girl Reading Time, they got Just One More Chapter, Reading About Wing Leaders and High Lords, Smutty Little Bookish Candle, and then they got some coffee sleeves and some keychains. So anyway, now I have all of our things printed, which is great. I'm gonna go upload the vlog. This light is terrible. Also, my office is still a stinking mess, you guys. It's just been a lot. It's been a lot, but we're doing our best. We can do it. We can do it. Everything's fine. Everything's good. But anyway, I'm gonna go upload the vlog, get that posted, and then we'll move on with our day. Hey friends, happy Tuesday. I've tried to record this like 5 times today. I don't know what's going on. It's one of those days where I'm like, I'm rambling and I don't know what's going on. But I will talk about some quick things with you guys. So today, Eli ended up having to work. He got like a last minute shift, and so he was able though to take Lavender over to his parents' house. So she's at her grandparents' house having a good time with her favorite dog friend Gonzo. So they're having a great time. And I get to have quiet today. So I'm pretty excited. I don't even know what stuff I want to work on. I feel like products and planning for markets and applying to markets. Basically the huge list that I have been stressed about. I'm gonna do it. I definitely feel like the burnout is lifting and I feel good. I definitely think it's important to take breaks and when you need it, especially when it's a creative job. It's really hard to just push past that and pretend everything's good when you're like emotionally drained. And I think it's okay to be that way. I know a ton of people have been feeling that way. I've seen a lot of your guys' comments. I've talked a lot in threads with people. It's a lot. It's a lot happening. So you're valid in your feels, but you know, I'm really trying to just focus on things I can control. I know too, it's just like right now is a slower time for me. I know it's gonna get so busy. And so I'm really I'm enjoying not having to have these crazy deadlines. And I don't know if that's coming off as like I'm not doing things. I don't know. I'm trying really hard to both enjoy things and also be productive. So it's just like this combo. But yeah, I'm feeling pretty good. I'm very excited about these things I was researching last night, and I'm excited to tell you guys about it when it's more real. But it's something I've been really wanting to do for a couple years now, and now I'm like, maybe that's just what I do. Maybe we pivot a little bit. But yeah, I'm excited. So I think we should just get into the day. Yeah, I think that's what we should do. Let's just get into the day. I'm excited. I also going to make some candles today at some point because we have a wholesale order with a whole bunch of candles, and I want to work on, I don't know if we're going to make the new candles. TBD. I'm trying to decide if I want to experiment for new candles today because I do want to move forward with some of these launches, and so I kind of need to make those decisions today too. So let's get into the day. Okay, so candles are done, and I ended up editing a video for Instagram and TikTok, but I'm definitely trying to figure out what kind of content I want to make. I feel like it hasn't been very exciting and things haven't been like going well on either platform. So that's something I need to work on, and it's just been hard. Burnout in general for me is more of a like social media burnout, and I just get really overwhelmed with having to put myself out there so much. It's honestly more of that than anything else. And so it's been hard to like post a ton because I just am feeling like, ugh, you know, sometimes it's just not as fun as it usually is, but we're trying. I also saw one of you guys left the sweetest comments on one of my last videos, and I just want to say thank you. I try to answer as many as I can. Sometimes, again, the social anxiety and like burnout, I don't answer everything, but just know I do read them all, and I do appreciate the sweet things you guys say. I'm happy that this can be a little corner of the internet that gets you guys away from everything else that is happening outside your spaces, and hopefully we can just be creative and have fun together. So now I think what I'm gonna do is I'm trying to figure out my next move, because so tomorrow I'm not going to be filming anything in the studio because it is Eli and my anniversary, our like dating relationship anniversary. I don't know what to do since we've been married, because I know you're supposed to celebrate the marriage one, but our relationship, you know, it's been longer than that. So we're celebrating 9 years tomorrow. Like, what? It's almost a decade. I can't believe that. So we're gonna do a little adventure together. I might bring the camera with me, I might not. I'm undecided. But yeah, I'm very excited to go do something fun, but it does mean I need to like keep working in the studio today, so then I feel like I'm not losing time. But I do think I need to work on launches and design work in that way. And so I think as far as the vlog today, I don't know if there's much else to film, if I'm being honest right now. So I think I'm gonna end the vlog for today, but I know the rest of the week after tomorrow will be productive and we'll be, you know, making things, getting ready for markets, and hopefully I'll have some cool new designs to show you. But I definitely kind of want to focus on design work and kind of just being cozy, maybe drink some coffee, and that will be like the rest of my day. But I'm very excited about these candles. I can't believe I had a wholesale order with candles, you guys. Like, it makes me feel so good. And hopefully people love them. I really like them, and it definitely has been fun to see at markets people interacting with them and seeing which ones people like more. So far, there hasn't been one that I feel like is lacking. I've gotten compliments on all of them. I think the Reed Band Books one is underselling so far, but I've only had it at like 3 events, so I'm just like, and not even mini events. I think it's only been in a couple, so I'm like, well, that makes sense. But I'm excited to keep making candles. I really enjoy it. It's been really fun coming up with like the idea of like what the scent will be, and kind of mixing and matching, seeing what's good, and then also coming up with cute labels. So I'm definitely having more candles launch soon. But yeah, the launches, I'm just really trying to figure out what works. It's hard. I get why people, like, recently, this is like a tangent, but I feel like I've been wanting to talk about this, but I haven't. So I obviously came from an online shop first because it was COVID times when the shop started. It was like early 2020, and so I didn't really know anything about markets until, you know, people started going out again. And so my whole experience has been an online experience, and it's definitely harder, I feel like, in a lot of ways, because obviously markets, it's like you're getting people to show up, and online you have to like hope that everyone shows up for a video. And so I do understand now why people that only do markets and haven't had an online presence yet, why that is, because I definitely at times I'm like, I'd rather just have certain things just at markets because it's hard to launch them online. You know, there's aspects of like taking photos, making sure the stock is always up. It's just a lot compared to setting up a location and like being there and that's the stock you have. And so I get it. I get why it's really hard to make that bridge to online. I used to not understand. I was like, why don't you guys have websites? And then I was like, no, I get it now. Like, if you're really just prepping for markets, it's insanely hard to keep inventory for both. So I don't know really what the best way to go about it is. I still think having a website is really important, but lately I really get it. There's sometimes where I'm like, I don't really want to have this online. Like, this should be a market only thing, and I've done that quite a few times. But yeah, anyway, I was just like thinking on this the other day, and I was like, I don't know how everyone does it. I don't know how I do it, with a thought and a prayer, I guess. But anyway, yeah, that is what I was thinking about the other day. Anyway, if anyone's doing both, I feel you, we're doing it. And if you're not, that's good too, because it's a lot of freaking work, you guys. Like, me planning right now, I'm just like, it's a lot. It's a lot. And I think that's also the stress of it, is like planning out your whole year of events is like exhausting. It's a lot. But I need to just commit to things and be like, this is my year. I just don't like having things planned out so far ahead. I'm like, oh, like, it feels like I just have this big schedule and I'm just like, yikes. But it's gonna be good, and I love events. Don't get me wrong, your girl loves a market. I love online. It definitely, at times you have to prioritize one or the other though, and that's hard. And I'm still trying to find that balance, and hopefully we'll find it together. But now I'm gonna get in some cozy sweatpants, and I'm gonna get on the couch, and I'm gonna start working on launches. We're gonna make some commitments, fill out some documents, markets. We're gonna do the things that I've been avoiding. It's gonna be good. But I'm feeling a lot better, you guys, and it's mostly because of the sweet comments that you guys leave. Like, you guys keep me going. It's not easy to put this content out all the time, and at times with certain things that happen when I post, it feels very vulnerable, and I get why people don't want to post stuff like that, but I want to be real with you guys, and I like knowing that I can be that, you know, resource to you guys, as well as just that comfort to know you're not alone, and that's the vibe. But I think daylight savings and the sun coming out is really solving my depression and my burnout. Look at that sweet girl. Luna's like, I'm out of here. I'm talking too much. Anywho, that's it for today, and hopefully we'll do more on Thursday. Hello friends, and happy Thursday. So yesterday was my 9-year anniversary with Eli, and so we had a really good time. We went to Whidbey Island and took lots of pictures, had brunch. It was really, really nice, and we went to a couple state parks because it was free yesterday, and we love that. Oh my gosh, Lavender wants to be involved. Hello, Tiny. I'm gonna say hello to your fans. Say hello. She's like, no. So anyway, yeah, it was really nice, and yeah, that's all I have to say. It was a good time. But today, obviously, we have a lot to get done. I have been working most of the morning, so it's already 12:30. The day's kind of like flying by. I don't know what's going on. But I've been working on some new designs that I'm really excited about. It's for, I keep changing the name of this launch, but basically it's like a little West Coast slash like my favorite hometown locations kind of thing. Granted, the launch has turned a lot smaller than the first drafts of everything I was planning, just because I originally was going to do a lot of big cities and do kind of like all down the coast and do different big things. However, I feel like I need to focus on like the things that are going to sell well where I'm located. So as much as I really wanted to do like a big Los Angeles like crew neck or t-shirt, like I really, you know, I might still do that, but right now that's not on the cards. As far as apparel, we're just doing Spokane and Seattle, and I really like how the design came out, and I hope you guys will too. I have thought about maybe doing a Washington State one, but at the moment I think I'm going to stick to the 2 locations, since that is something I get asked for a lot, specifically Spokane. I don't know what it is with you Spokane girlies, and honestly any gender. I've had this asked so many times at all my Spokane events. I have a Pacific Northwest t-shirt and crew neck, and they're always like, well, do you have a Spokane t-shirt? And I'm like, no. So now you will, and it's really cute. So we're gonna have a crew neck for Seattle and Spokane, and a t-shirt for both. I'm excited. I think they're gonna look cute, and I'm excited to bring them to all my events, and we're gonna do a little hometown fun. And mostly it's just like the locations I do the most markets in, and obviously have lived in. So for that location launch, it'll be a lot smaller for the other locations I was planning, but I'll still have the candle line that I'm really excited about. There is a Los Angeles candle. We're gonna have a couple stickers. So it's gonna still be a cute little launch. It's just not gonna have the apparel expansion that I was planning, unless a lot of people are like, California, get on there, do LA, anything. And if you guys want that, then I'll get my booty into gear and do that. Now, let's talk about the rest of the day. So, I also need to work on applications for markets. A lot of my big events, the applications are due soon, and they take a lot of time to like go through. So I'm just going to basically focus on that for a while at some point today. I also need to fulfill some orders. So we have the wholesale order that we have to finish up. The candles are cured and ready to be the wicks cut and the labels added. And then we just have some like other orders, but I want to get the wholesale order and all my open orders done today, so then they can be dropped off hopefully tomorrow morning-ish. And then we're going to also start working on, we're still working on more launch stuff, because I do really want to get stuff into gear. Okay. Sorry, I was getting a text. We're getting a new coffee table, so I'm very excited. It's free, which I love that, and it matches our current TV stand, because my coffee table broke the other day when I had a candle on it, and it just broke. So I was like, cool, love that. Anywho, oh boy, I'll have a coffee table. I'm so excited. So anyway, yeah, just a lot of stuff to get accomplished today. I also am going to, I think 2 orders have sublimated mugs in them, so I'm thinking I want to bring some mugs to a couple events coming up. I just feel like I haven't really had these. This is the hard part. every time I do mugs, I'm like, I should make a whole bunch because I never make mugs and it's like such a pain to make them, and I like to do them all at once. But I'm thinking at least I should just do the ones I know for sure are in orders, get those out of the way, and then I'll make a plan for making mugs because I want to bring ceramic mugs more to events because I feel like people ask about it. But yeah, I'm feeling a lot better today. I'm feeling rejuvenated and just kind of excited to keep working towards goals. I definitely am trying to figure out product lines and make sure I'm having enough stuff in my shop to feel comfortable. I'm still nervous to reach out and do wholesale, like full-on wholesaling. Obviously we have a wholesale order, but I don't really market that enough. I don't really talk about it, and I don't reach out to brands often because it just is really scary. I'm just nervous, and I'm like, well, what can I do to like improve these even more so they're even better? And that's just silly. So anyway, I'm going to get through that, and hopefully we'll have enough products soon where I feel comfortable really reaching out. I just have some things I really wanted to get accomplished to then reach out to people and be like, hey, look at all the things I have. And that's just a me thing. Anyway, it's just something I need to work through. I'm just like really nervous about it. I don't know why. I think it's just because it's like in a storefront, and though I have seen it now in a few storefronts, it's just very exciting. It's just nerve-wracking. I don't know. But anyway, I also am like, there's just been so many little things happening lately. There's a lot of drama in my personal life that I can't talk about on here, which is also adding to my stress. So it's just been a lot going on. But you know, we're gonna get through it. It's gonna be okay. And yeah, I'm kind of just trying to focus. So I'm gonna put on some good music, and I think we should make the mugs, get those ready so then I can get some orders. I also think I need to press a romantic crew neck. I am gonna bring some too for my next event, which is the book fair. I'm basically only bringing bookish stuff to that one since it's not that long. It's like a 5-hour event and it's only book stuff. So I'm just gonna bring book stuff, and yeah, it should be really fun. It's a little booth too. But yeah, anyway, I'm gonna just jump into all the stuff I need to do today because I keep writing lists and stuff, and I'm like, I just need to get into it. Let's do it. Okay, a little update. So I was on the phone with my sister for a really long time today. just a lot of stuff going on. And so I ended up working and being on the phone. We're doing a little bit of both. And then now I am finishing up this wholesale order. The other 2 orders are all good to go. And then the wholesale order, as soon as the candles are done, which they're close, I just need to make a couple more labels to finish them. But I was also filming a video because I wanted to post my first like wholesale candle order. So now I'm gonna get the rest of these done and get their labels made, and then edit that because I think I want to post that today. And then we'll see where we're at. I kind of need to do a lot more work. Just been hard balancing everything. So I think after I'm done with the labels and getting all these candles ready, I'm going to, and I'm trying to decide if I'm gonna pack the order. Technically, I said I was gonna have it out by Monday. So I'm trying to decide if I'm gonna pack this wholesale order tonight or if it's gonna be a tomorrow thing. And then we'll just get it out either tomorrow afternoon or Saturday, I think. So it'll be out before I said, which is always good to send it out earlier. But yeah, I think I need to focus on applications and a whole bunch of other stuff, back end things I need to do, as well as some more design stuff and getting things ordered. The day kind of flew by, and it is what it is. But sometimes the balance ain't balancing. So much we can do. Hello friends, and happy Friday. So something really exciting happened last night, and I just can't believe it. I had 2 wholesale orders. It was from the same company, or like bookstore, I'll say. I can't wait to tell you guys who this bookstore is because I follow them already. And it went through fair, and I just was so shocked by it that I was like, are you serious? Like, this is happening? But they ordered 2 orders going to 2 different locations. So they're big orders, a lot of candles. So I need to start on this order already because there's quite a few things to do. Since it's going to 2 different locations, obviously, you know, we gotta start on that. I'm very excited though. I literally had a moment though where I just was like so blown away that, one, it was a bookstore that I knew about and like I follow on Instagram, and that they found me on Fair, and that they ordered so much stuff, and it's gonna be in 2 different states. Ah, that's so crazy. To think that like this is kind of something I've been really thinking about this year, is having my stuff and like my bookish items in bookstores, and seeing this happen is like surreal. It does give me a lot of excitement and hope for some of the things I am working on to expand on my bookish designs. So very exciting stuff. Today I have been working on basically kind of organizing everything that's going on. Working on new designs, planning stuff for future markets, and kind of just getting into it. Right now I'm going to get my candle station kind of cleaned up. I am waiting on some more supplies, so I can't do all of them today. It's also quite a bit, and so I put their ship dates a little bit later just because I was like, I don't know if we're gonna have enough stuff coming in and out, you know, as we go, especially when I just had this big order, which is like still here, because I just had this huge candle order. I definitely wasn't expecting another one coming in back to back. And I think, I'm trying to think how many they bought total. I think it was 6 of each, almost of each one. So we have a lot to make, and it definitely is going to change my quantities, and I need to make sure I have enough for that. So I'm a little nervous, but that's kind of why I want to get started and at least get what I can get done started, and then we can keep, you know, making them as we go. They also got some bookmarks, which of course is exciting. They got the Hotties card fictional characters, and I think they got a lot of the smut ones, which we love. So I'm feeling pretty good. I'm gonna start, I think, making at least this first batch of candles, and then I'm going to work in here, I think, because this order obviously needs to get packed up, this wholesale order, and then oh my gosh, I need to start working on stuff for next weekend's market, and I really need to finish applications. There's just been quite a bit going on, and I know I've been saying this like all week, and it's really annoying, but there's just been a lot of personal life stuff going on, and it's making the shop having a hard time like focusing. And I just want to work on the shop, like it's what makes me happy, and it's just been really irritating, this whole experience. So I'm working on it, and hopefully we can be productive today. So now I'm gonna go clean up the candle making workstation and figure out which ones I want to make first. They bought 6, I think they bought technically 12 of the Just One More Chapter candles. I don't have enough of my sticky candle stickers that like go in the bottom. That's arriving tomorrow. And then a whole bunch of smutty little bookish candles went out, but we have to wait until they show, like the scent shows up. I had to order a big batch of that. It just goes, it's been going really fast, and it is a different company. It's not Candle Science, so I am trying to figure out how to keep prices lower for them because they are kind of expensive. But anyway, I'm gonna get that set up and then we'll make some candles together. I just can't believe this wholesale order came in. It's honestly making me really like McKenna, you need to focus on wholesale because I think it's gonna be a big thing for you. So we're gonna make it happen. I also have decided I am gonna try to move forward with some of the things I wanted to get manufactured. I just need to get the designs perfect, make sure I'm happy with everything, and then, you know, price out everything. But I'm just gonna do it in a lot lower quantity as well as less styles than I originally had planned to start out. And then yeah, I'm also planning to buy the paper cutter soon. I'm trying to decide if I'm gonna buy it like this weekend or next. So then we can start doing notebooks because I really want to have those available ASAP, or notepads I guess, because I've been talking about it forever, you guys. It's been so annoying. Okay, candle time, and then we'll be cozy in the studio getting ourselves organized and hopefully having a good time. It is already afternoon, like I've already had lunch. I've already had like a whole day this morning, but I was like, you know, I haven't been on camera yet. I don't know what happened. It was just one of those days, but we're gonna make some candles for this wholesale order that I cannot believe came in. So grateful. Hello friends, and happy Saturday. So I'm keeping it very, very cash today, as you probably can tell. I'm just wearing leggings and a t-shirt. We're gonna keep it chill. I do have quite a bit to do. We had another wholesale order, so I must be hitting an algorithm on Fair or something. I don't know, because I've never had so many wholesale orders in a row, and I've had Fair for about a year and really haven't had success on it. I also haven't put in a ton of time to market on there, so I mean it's kind of both me and just feeling like this platform. I was like, I don't know. But yeah, had another big candle order. Oh my god. Abby, why do you feel like you have to be in everything? She's here. Anyway, so I'm feeling so crazy grateful and just like a little bit shocked that I've had this many wholesale orders in the last couple of days. One went out the door today and I got it out a few days before the deadline, so I feel good about that. And the candles that we made yesterday was for one of 2 orders that one store put through. And so today we will finish up labeling them and putting their lids on and making sure they look good. And then that order, technically, I'm gonna probably have to send it out on Monday since today's Saturday and I don't know if I'm gonna get to the post office today. But at least get it to the point where maybe we pack it today. I might pack it tomorrow. And then I'm gonna start making more candles with what I have. I had to do a big order again. I already blew through like a ton of my candle supplies because of these orders. I recounted, I think I said yesterday was 26. It was actually 30 candles that this one business bought. And then I had more today, so we have over, for just the couple orders that just came in, we have 44 candles going out. That's insane. I'm like, wow, am I a candle company now? I don't know. One of them did buy other stuff besides candles though, so it's not just candles, but the order I came in today was just candles, so I'm feeling very grateful for that. So on the agenda today, we have to market prep, because next we have 1 week to prep for this little book pop-up one, which I'm excited for. And I think I'm going to try to get the banned books wrapped for that, as well as maybe wrap some other ones. I'm waiting on a big order to show up though before my next event. So I could technically pack or do the ones that I have here and then just wait, but I don't know. We'll see. It might show up next week, so I might just do that next week. But I'll at least do for next weekend's market, do those ones. And then we're just gonna get everything kind of ready. I might start pressing apparel, kind of getting myself together. And then I do need to finish market applications today. It is something I need to do. I just need to sit down and dedicate time. I keep working on it and then I get distracted by something else, and that's just been the last week. I don't know. So we'll do that, and then we're gonna work on new designs. I need to rearrange again my launches because things change with my schedule. It's just so irritating. I try to be organized and together and it's just not working. Oh my gosh. Anyway, I'm gonna go make myself breakfast and then take care of Lavender, and then we'll get back into the show. Such a vibe. I got done honestly a good amount of stuff. We made obviously a couple more candles, but I ran out of wax, so now I can't move forward with anything else until the wax gets here. So it's a little stressful, not gonna lie. But I also kind of worked on some applications, and I finally submitted some of the ones that were stressing me out the most, that were kind of like are my biggest events. So they are complete, they are submitted, and we are gonna hope we get into them. There's also some other ones that I've been back and forth deciding if I'm going to apply to, just because they are in different locations and I'm not really sure what's going on. We're still trying to figure out kind of what our game plan is as far as this space. I was really hoping to figure kind of stuff out soon, and so either we're gonna be here or we're trying to find a new place. And so market-wise, I'm having a hard time planning out where I'm gonna be. Obviously for big events all over the state, I'm kind of just like, you know, we're doing what we're doing. But as far as smaller events, I'm having a hard time committing to because I don't want to pay for an application fee or like get to the point of accepting and then I can't do it. And I've noticed, and I think I've mentioned this before, a lot of markets are now using event pages or like sites. I can't remember what they're called. It's like Eventbrite or one of those event pages for their markets, and basically as soon as you get accepted, they automatically charge you. And so it's a little stressful because you always have to be kind of aware of your, you know, money, obviously, to make sure everything's fine, that you just lose a whole booth fee, which can be a little stressful. And so I'm feeling a little frustrated because I don't want to apply to some of these things and then have a whole bunch of money pulled from my account when I am applying, because I'm like, will this work with my schedule? I don't really love that they do that, because also a lot of times there's a lot of events that are on the same days, and I kind of just see which one comes in first, and then I, you know, usually they all kind of come in at the same time, so you can kind of decide which event is better or if you want to do both. And I feel like it kind of takes it away from the vendors and it kind of makes it better for, you know, the people that are hosting. So I don't know, that's just my opinion. It's been a weird thing I've noticed. And so yeah, I don't know. But I feel good that I got those applications done, and hopefully we will be at these big events again. I think, though, this is where I'm ending this week's studio vlog. I know it's been kind of a weird one. I know it's been a little bit lower energy. Next week we have market prep, which always is fast-paced, and I'm gonna have a market attached to that vlog because the market's pretty small. And then the next week we have another market prep week, and then we'll have a 2-day event, and so that one I think will be its own vlog. So very exciting. And then we're just getting into market season. Most of my events are in May, in June, and July, so we'll see how it goes. I'm excited to keep sharing these exciting, you know, developments. Obviously this week was a big week for wholesaling, which is something I've really wanted to get into and have been nervous about. I don't know why. And it's kind of just naturally happening. So I'm definitely going to focus in on that as well. And I'm still working on launches. I'm trying to scale back on some of them just because of prices and stuff. So we're trying our best and we're having a good time, and yeah, doing the things, running a small business. Joys and joys and joys. But anyway, thank you guys for being with me this week. And, you know, for all the nice comments. I know a lot of you guys in my last video too have been really sweet and understanding, and you know, sometimes we just hit creative burnout and we have to kind of figure that out. And this week I definitely was coming out of the burnout. I feel a lot better than I did last week, and I think there's just a lot of stuff I can't really tell you guys. There's just a lot of back end life stuff that's been putting a lot of weight onto my daily life. So I'm trying really hard. Next week I think will be a lot busier as far as things going on in the shop as well, because we have wholesale orders to accomplish, we have market prep, and we have lots of stuff I want to accomplish for all of our, like, the launches and stuff for the upcoming events. So thank you guys for another amazing week in the studio. I hope you have a beautiful day, and I'll see you guys all next time.